This is Black Watch with Commanding General Yohanna, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man ain't make man. God made man. You need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
I'm Commanding General Yohanna. I got the helm, man. I love to get in here every Monday night with y'all, 9 p.m. live. I got the heavy hitters with me up in the building. General Mahyman in the building, y'all. Give it up. General Maka Allah in the building, y'all. Give it up. Cap McCard hanging out with us in the building tonight. Give it up. And of course, our crew that holds us down every week. Officer Marah, Officer Yadiah, Officer Ibad in the building with us with various other brothers and sisters, officers and sisters in the building. Oh, man. A lot to go over tonight if we can get to it through the grace and mercy of the Most High. The ship is steady in the direction it's going. Third World War is happening. But the awakening of black people are becoming frightening on how we are waking up after all that's gone on with the Trump administration, with the death of so many brothers and sisters continuing, with the racism, with the economic structures, with all that's going on in the empire. Black people are waking up. Please, Yadiah, give me that HBCU story, which I think is incredible, man.
Khan, sir. Atlanta teen with 49 college offers and 1.3 million in scholarships.
Listen, wait a minute. Slow that 1 second. 49 offers. And remember now, this is what's heavy about this system. 49 offers with no sports. Feel that for a minute. No basketball, no baseball, none of that. That's a lot of offers.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead.
And
how much in scholarship?
Conor McCon, 1.3 million.
1.3 million in scholarship. And let me tell you something. You see that 1.3 million in scholarship? 99.999% of the time, that 1.3 million means she will never participate in the black community ever again.
That's right.
That means she leaves high school, goes to a top Ivy League school, gets her degree, and once she gets her degree, you don't see her no more. She gets snatched up in the top corporate world, NASA, Bell Labs, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Northrop Grumman, all the big guns you don't know about, that's where she goes. You understand? Or she goes out there with a Bun, another genius. Out there, he out there in Long Island. I forget where he worked for. He worked for one of them biggies, one of them Los Alamos Labs or something. One of them old, you know, something where they trying to mess with, you know, other dimensions and shit, you know, stuff, you know, quantum, you know, all of that. And then you don't hear from her no more. And then we wonder why we always on the bottom. Because the Lord tried to tell us, man, don't go in there joining them other nations because you're going to be the tail. And when one of us come up on such a level, we end up being the tail. Now I'm going to let you die and finish the story because I had to warm you up to what was going to happen. Come on with it.
Colonel McCon, sir. Atlanta teen with 49 college offers and 1.3 million in scholarships chooses an HBCU to no longer feel like a minority.
Brother, that is colossal on several levels. That is colossal. Because first of all, the propaganda alone against black people in HBCUs was enough to bury the HBCUs. On top of that, they defunded them like crazy, where they barely could get a decent set of professors in their teaching. So it makes no sense for somebody of her scholarly level to even be bothered with an HBCU. The fact that she chose an HBCU is so huge because without anything that she had to gain, with all her intelligence, she knew that her culture, her identity, her not being a minority, as he's going to read, in another college was worth all the education they was going to give her for $1.3 million, which $1.3 million you can get an education for and walk out there clean. You supposed to $1.3 million, you walk out of school, you make it $500,000 a year to start and no college bills. That means from year one, they putting half of whatever they call them these days in the street in your pocket with no bill. For her to choose her culture means the world is changing. Like that means the world is changing and they waking up and seeing exactly where they supposed to be going with it. Come on, heavy hitters. Y'all jump in. I know y'all got something on that.
I'm choosing to be part of the majority. An Atlanta teen had a big decision on her hands with nearly 50 college offers and more than $1 million in scholarship money on the table. Mackenzie Thompson, 18, based her final decision on one. I have my whole life to be a minority, so I'm choosing to be part of the majority, Thompson said.
She got her whole life to be a minority. She already knows. Once I get up out of here and get this degree, and they see how smart I am, I'm going to always be in the white world. If it's politics, you're going to be in the white world. If it's science, you're going to be in the white world. Whatever it is, when she come out of there, she already knows she going to basically be in the white world and knows what she got coming. She said, hell no, not yet. Not yet. I'm going to take these extra years to get my culture and identity back. That's a bad sister right there. That's a sister taught. You got to give it up for her. That's a sister taught well. And if I could, here's why it's so heavy in this. That this is not something that blacks and Latinos and Native Indians usually can even chance. You can't chance $1.3 million in college fees on an HBCU. The nigger school? No, you ain't supposed to even do that. Not to mention, you have to be completely unbrainwashed to have that opportunity in white America and to say, I'm still going to choose black America. I want to meet her daddy. Because he had to be heavy. I want to meet her mama. That's right. She had to be heavy for her to make that choice. And we ain't talking no dumb girl. Okay? I keep saying y'all the smartest Negroes on the planet. Nobody believe me. Now the smart Negroes is choosing. And they say the level of us being awake. Oh my God. The level of us being awake. And this is what, like the fourth person which was so supposedly so high above the HBCU that now stepped into, it's trending. It's trending is so beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And understand this, them HBCUs were built from a horrible, horrible struggle. Those HBCUs were built a short time after our emancipation. 20 years after our emancipation was the march on to build these HBCUs in a full-out survival mode. Then come the 60s, Martin Luther King, little black boys, little white girls hold hands. And before you know it, HBCUs is damn near, a tourist attraction. I went down to the one down there in Atlanta, the community college in Atlanta, to go see the Buffalo Soldier Museum. I mean, they had a good display, but it wasn't all that. And it wasn't all that because nobody cared about them. But thanks be to the Most High, our brothers and sisters is choosing the right direction. This right here, like y'all brought out before, get me right on this. When the story came out before with Deion Sanders, they was getting death threats, which shows you once again we don't know the direction we're supposed to be fighting in. This is the direction we're supposed to be fighting. Like, she shouldn't have to apologize for wanting to go to a black college with her academic ability because she understands the necessity of black culture being risen up among the black community. How are we going to ever rise up if the best of what we have gets snatched away from us the minute they go to college? How could it ever be any? That's why they can keep rising college costs. Why? Because they don't want you in the first place. So why not keep rising college costs so that only the best of you can make it up in there, and the rest of you, if you want to go through it, we're going to have every rotten program to stop you, and we're going to charge you a fortune more than you could ever afford, and you'll be paying us back with interest for the next 20 years. While all the while we telling you, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Meanwhile, they building, go look at some of these college towns in some of these cities. The damn colleges run some of these cities. Let University of Penn, let somebody in the University of Penn's office break a toenail. They'll lean Philly on its side to shake it out. That's how powerful they are, man. And this ain't, even though it's Ivy League here, they got plenty more around the country. Many you never even heard of. This is an amazingly beautiful thing. And it barely made the news. Of course, only I.S.U.P.K, Black Watch News. Of course, here's where it gets brought out. I'm waiting on Captain Kahuntham, y'all, to launch this Black Dot News channel. It's coming. And ain't going to be no compromise on that channel. Won't be no sugarcoating on that. All the greasy dirtiness gonna be out there fully on display. They're gonna try to get rid of us like RT. That old Russia Today, they got rid of that Russia Today. They shut them down. They're gonna be coming after us because they online, but they shut down their channel on TV. Shut them down. The minute Putin let one of them guns off, they the first tank said, boom. They said, click. And that was the end of Russia Today. They're going to be that way with us because our news always gets out. We'll write it on pottery if we got to expose the evil that's done to us. So it's an absolutely beautiful thing that this sister did. I want to run on with it unless y'all want to jump in. All right, let's sit on that. Let's keep on.
It can kind of give me a sense of slacker.
Go ahead,
sense of hope for black people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I damn near lose hope sometimes. Like, man, we don't want to be us. We don't want to be with each other. But like you said, so some stories with Deion Sanders and them brothers coming back to the black colleges. And I heard now they got black people start renting out black Airbnbs. You can rent black.
Damn.
You can start buying black. Like, black businesses are stepping up and trying to support each other. You know what I'm saying? It sounds real good, the vibe that's in the air in these last days. You know, and black and brown people.
Yeah, I got it. Like, and listen, what you saying is so heavy, General. I mean, it's really heavy because let me tell you something. Part of the lack of the experience you have in this empire that is rightfully and duly yours is based on the inability to enjoy those things being black. Like camping. A lot of black people like to fish and go camping, but the amount of us is minimal because who the hell want to go out in the woods? You ain't worried about the bears. The bears ain't the problem. That other animal's the problem. I go out there to hunt. Somebody talk about put on some orange. For what? So nobody don't mistake you for an animal. I said they ain't gonna mistake me, but they still gonna shoot at me. They gonna know exactly, like them scopes, they know what's in the goddamn scope. Ain't nobody making no mistakes, which we gonna see in one of your dire stories today. Ain't nobody making no mistake. So now that's a whole nother zone you can't enjoy. Boating. Black people don't like to go boating on their own boats because you got to use the docks with these heathens all the time. And they animals. Drunk, running over each other. That's right. Acting a damn fool. And there's probably 1,000 others. And they shaping our cultures, man. What about all our classical instrument players? I watched the old Ukrainian hoe. Excuse my friend. Some old Ukrainian mud hut playing a harp. That's an Israelite instrument, man. Right. She up there playing the harp like she holy or something on international TV. That's our culture. And they steal every bit of it. Where's the black rock and roll? They had old Lenny Kravitz on there.
The Grammys, you mean?
At the Grammys, yeah. I'm referring to the Grammys. Where's all that? It's damn near like if they want it, you got to give it up. They like jazz, you got to give it up. Beethoven was a black man. Bach. Those was niggas playing that music. Okay? William Shakespeare was a black man and started the Black Friar Theater. And said he started it because y'all was too rowdy in the regular theater. I know that wasn't nobody but us. He started the Black Friar Theater. They've been stealing all our culture and identity and making it difficult for us. And now that we take this spirit on, like GEN.YAHANNA, that's why what you were saying is so heavy. Now that we take this spirit on, man, watch what happens. Like, and listen, and it's timely. We in the Third World War. The timing is now. This is what I was trying to tap before. Give me that scripture where the Lord said, thy sons and daughters shall dream dreams and prophesy. Get that for me right quick. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like he said, like the Lord is in the middle and waking us up. What that sister did, and if I could, I know I'm running on this. But I got to add one more since my yacht brought it back in again. Tune me right back up on. Here's the other thing. That sister is now going to inspire so many brothers and sisters. I'm coming with you. Oh, slot. Okay, come. And here's how she going to inspire. Here is what is nuclear about that sister. The fact that she, with all her intelligence, went to that HBCU means that regular young black sisters that want to go to college are not going to feel ashamed to go to a HBCU the way they've been feeling before that. They go to the HBCU and be quiet about it because it's like going to community college. It's like you going to the cheesy college because you going to the HBCU. They really probably wanted to change the names to community colleges. But so they cut it down. But now sisters going to be able to just go to college and get there. And let me tell you something else too. You should be able to go to college without having to thank Whitey like he did something special for you. You got to go to college like you got to be thankful to be up in these. It's your right to get that education. You built this raggedy damn place.
That's right.
hell you got to feel guilty for? You be up in the college campus feeling out of place, feeling like, you know, you better show them that you belong. You better be on your best behavior and act, you know, right. Because it's a privilege for you to get this education. Damn that. Them hillbillies going to college, damn, if you don't stop them, they'll bring the pig with them. He be sitting in the class next to them, taking a dump right next to they behind. You don't tell them to leave them home. You got a right to it. And black people need to get it when you can get it. It don't matter. In the end, we're going to get up out of here. But there's a lot you could do for yours now. And you, I.S.U.P.K, we ain't never been against going to college. That's another lie y'all been telling about us. You want that woman barefoot and naked. I mean, what is that? Barefoot and pregnant. Yes, with her college degree, goddamn it. And give her the work from home job. Or two.
That's it.
I'm done. Come on, you guys. Let's move on.
Acts chapter 2 and verse 17. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh.
That's what's getting ready to happen. Every kingdom and nation gonna fall in line where they supposed to be. Putin is doing exactly what the Lord wanted him to do. And America is too. And the whole world is about to play their role. And blacks and Latinos are waking up as well. They're playing their role. They're examining this thing closely and seeing now the Lord is pouring his spirit out on them with all these different steps. Come on.
And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams.
The Lord is going to intervene in your carnal thoughts and start moving you in the direction that you're supposed to go in. And he's going to use dreams. He's going to have you prophesy. We your sons. We the sons that grew up in this hell in these last days, and now we prophesying. We the sons that grew up that were supposed to be in the penitentiary or dead or on drugs or whatever device that's been constructed to wipe us out. Yet we prophesy. Here we are. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. You got more in that verse?
So like, and on my servants and on my handmaidens, I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy.
That's right. All his servants shall prophesy, man, bring forth this truth. Now, don't you sisters go back now and say, see, I could be a prophetess. Get up on a podium and act a fool. That's not what that's talking about. That ain't your job, okay? So don't get in class. That's all I'm going to say. Let's move on.
Will Smith resigns from the academy.
Slick old Willie, old slapping Willie. Old slapping flat. How you gonna do a movie and kiss a man in the mouth? Now you mad because somebody say something about your wife. Well, you can call her your wife. Whatever. Your bald head. All right, well, your bald head associate. Your entanglement. Give me some more.
Conor McCon. After slapping presenter Chris Rock on stage on last weekend's Academy Awards, Will Smith announced in a statement that he has resigned from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences.
It's about time. Like, that was so weak and so like let me tell you something. Psychological abuse is a hell of a thing when it takes hold of you. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened to Will Smith under that monster he got, that old monster broad he dealing with.
That's right.
She had been abusing him for years. And abusing him and abusing him and abusing him for years. And finally, this was her chance to really get Chris Rock back for all the jokes he made about her over the years. So, you know, it's good. And I hear that they canceling a lot of his stuff. Mm-hmm. Is that right? Netflix, a couple other people that canceled some stuff. Say again, Sony Music, and it's good they canceling it, man. Let me tell you something. Will Smith is worth $350 million. He ain't got to work another day in his life. Some of you get on a job, make millions of dollars, and you got some kind of, I don't know, some kind of carnal ambition with whatever you into. When you need to get the hell up out of there and start saying to yourself, how am I going to help 350 million of my people? The hell should be on his mind. The best thing in the world that could happen to Will Smith right now is that he lose every movie contract, every contract to do everything, and have to go home and think about the madness he's been in up under this woman. That's right. He get to do that. He get to step up off of it. Y'all want to get in Salakia? Salakia. I was just gonna say that's the best thing that could happen to him. Best thing that could happen to him is he wake up, get the hell away from that piece of garbage, his woman, and start to, live his life. Get him a real black woman. You know what I mean? Let a sister, one of these old nice sisters in the, you know what I mean? Yeah. There's plenty of them out there. Executives, models, all that. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of rich black people all out there in California. All the kids of all them black stars and black entertainers and all that, they all out there. You go out there and find him a decent broad. You got to take a broad that's, molesting your son's homies. You wonder why your son got a dress on. He walking in the room, your homie in there got his mom with her legs up in the air. Like, that's a horror story. You could say whatever you want to say. There was a day in that house that young boy lost his soul. You ain't gonna tell me that. It was a day where he walked in that house and saw his woman, his mother, with his homie, and lost his damn soul. I know when I was growing up, I heard of a few of them stories. I never was in none or nothing, but I heard of a few. And I knew the cats whose mother was the one entangled. Yeah. And it devastated them. It rocked the hell out of them cats. And one of them, I think, I haven't seen him in 30 years, but one of them said that, the brothers were saying, brothers from the hood was saying he became a sodomite. And this was a straight up, fighting ass cat, man, that we used to roll with. He wasn't but man, you come home and your homie in the bed with your mama, that ain't good for nobody. And the arrogance of her to do that. You know what I mean? And for those of you out there, and that's why, let me tell you something, the Lord gonna raise up judges in this truth. He's gonna raise up judges because a lot of you out there, I saw a lot of y'all comments on Facebook and you discussed it. You can't see through a clear bag. You can't even see through a clear jar. You barely could see through a goddamn window, let alone see into the evil that's gone on in that house for the last 20, 30 years. That damn house is an abomination, man. That's right. And once again, Will Smith don't need to make no more money. His soul is worth more than any money he would make from now to the rest of his life. That's right. His soul is worth more, right or wrong. He's better off delivering his soul than, wait a minute, give me the scripture on. Give me, I'm looking for. Let the Most High say it. Mm-hmm. Like he in hell. I mean, he literally laughed at that joke. She pressed his button, and he went and assaulted probably the most non-violent, non-fighting Pookie. How you gonna smack this shit out?
That's just wrong.
That shit is just wrong on every level. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you can't even enjoy Chris Rock the same now. You know what I'm saying? Like he was already. You know who was good at laughing at himself is the brother that made that comedy show and he called it "Laugh at Me." Kevin Hart. He good at making you laugh at him. Chris Rock is excellent at that. You know, making you laugh at him. That's why
You know who's got the
Everybody Hates Raymond or whatever that show was. Chris. Everybody hates Chris. He made that show because he's some comedians are experts at making you laugh at their fumbling ways. And that's part of who he really is as well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then this cat turn around and do him so damn dirty like that. Smack him all upside his head and all that. And smack him all up on the stage.
If I could, sir. It was so emasculating where afterwards I try to remember if I ever heard anybody use that phrase. And I could only remember it being used sexually. When he said, Will Smith slapped the S out of me. Right. I said, oh, well, the men don't talk like meaning men don't use that, don't say it like that. A man might say he hit me, he slapped me, but slap the S out of me is very like a violation happened to you. You know, it sounds like he was emasculated, like he was violated. He slapped the S out of me. Who talks like it's like I'm racking my head trying to say, yeah. If I've heard a man say he did this to S out of me.
Yeah, like the the bassist type of man would say, yo, man, he rolled on me. He wouldn't make it like a woman, like he took a full violation. He hedged it off somewhere.
Yeah.
But he took it like a full violation and show you how rich Chris Rock is and how it is to be wealthy in it. He just said it in the air. Chris Rock slapped the S out of me. Because damn near whatever he say, wherever he at in the world, it just get done because he just says it. Like he got an entourage with him that if he just say, I want a glass of water, somebody going to get it. Mm-hmm. He say, I feel like a cheesesteak. Mm-hmm. Somebody going to get it. So he gets smacked. It's like he's saying to his entourage, Will Smith smacked the S out of me like I'm a woman now. So it was sad. Wow, it was so not. It was such a foul violation, and one that beating up a little guy. We all been there before. Some cat getting on your nerves, and you in school and you go too goddamn far. But damn, on the goddamn Grammys to Chris Rock. You finished that scripture?
Oh, I have it, sir.
Let's read that and we get up off of this, yo.
Matthew chapter 16 and verse 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
What's the gain? You gain the whole world. You Will Smith. You on top of the world, and talking about you trying to be a vessel for your people, which is I don't know who put that stupidness in his mind, and then turn around and you violate another brother, but you want to be a vessel for your own people. Like it's better he lose all them contracts. Better he have to sit in that house and only think about Jada. And in time, he'll wake the hell up out of that and get away from whatever religion they running with. Because it look like Scientology. Mm-hmm. It smells like Scientology to me. You know, that Scientology, they got about 10 subgroups that you may not have ever heard of. Right. And they don't call it Scientology. So you don't even know this is really Scientology. And they out here all the time recruiting. And their whole recruitment is damn near non-religious until you start coming down to their little meetings. The next thing you know, it start feeling like Scientology. Next thing you know, they sending you over there. They have, what's that thing when they put you on that shit? Yeah.
The test you.
What they call auditing. They send you in there for the auditing. Put them electrodes on you, and you understand? And start doing that. Some of you black leaders, you went out and did that. I ain't gonna mention no names, even though I should. Some of you black leaders went out there and sent black people down there to that Scientology. Shame on you, man. Shame on you. That's a brainwashing program. That's probably why he twisted up now. That's why L. Ron Hubbard hated shrink psychiatrists. L. Ron Hubbard hated psychiatrists. He hated them because he needed one. Goddamn sociopath. And so he hated them, those psychotherapists. And then, so of course he eliminated them and then created his own nonsense called Scientology. That book Dianetics, that garbage. Like supposed to free your mind when all they do is send you in on electrodes, make you talk about whatever it is they question you about. And God knows what. Somehow in the end, the electrodes get you, and now you out on a ship cleaning the deck, swabbing the deck. What they call that group? They got a group in there. They do. That swabs the deck on the ship. You know what I mean? They said the leader got so mad at his woman one day, he made the bitch disappear. Excuse my friend. He made her like 1 minute she was in the Scientology, the next minute nobody know where the hell she at. She gone, and she wasn't dead because the authorities was able to verify she was alive, but nobody knew where the hell she was. He up in that nonsense somehow. Watch, it'll come out after a while. So that's it. You read that already? We finished that. I didn't mean to run on. Y'all gotta stop me. Don't let me run all the way on these stories. You got a lot of stories. This is early though, 9:37. Ain't too bad. Go ahead.
Or what shall a man give in exchange for his own soul?
What you gonna give in exchange for that? What you gonna give in exchange for that, man? Your soul is precious, man. Even Will Smith's. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up your soul, man. Come in the truth and wake up. Wake up before them drugs kill you. Before that street life kill you. Before that wicked broad kills you. Before you kill you. Come into the truth, man. Wake up on this truth, man, and turn your whole world around. And come out of the madness of the world. And once again, that's what's so beautiful. If I could, y'all stop. Please. That's what's so beautiful about the Most High. You can't, I don't care what you into or what wealth or power you got. You ain't never going to devalue the Most High. You ain't never going to make the Most High of no. You need the Most High. Don't give a damn what you got in this kingdom. And our black leaders in the past knew. Daniel knew. He was sitting right up there next to the Pharaoh. He stuck with the Most High. Joseph knew. Joseph right up there. Joseph was wise as hell, running all Egypt. He knew to follow the Most High and to teach his people to follow the Most High. And he was a genius. You go back and study him, brother. He's a genius. Okay? You really go study him, you'll find out he was the first Hotep. The first in Hotep was Joseph. Okay? I went over there and saw it for myself. The inscriptions on the wall, the temple, the whole goddamn thing. They gave him a small temple. The reason they gave him a small temple because he wasn't an Egyptian. But he knew all about the things that he set up the whole damn country. You know what I mean? He set the whole. Now, wait a minute. A cat that set up the whole entire country structure, you think they ain't have nothing to him? Even a heathen smart enough to do that. Look what they did for Martin Luther King. He sold us out and gave us to them, so they gave him a statue in D.C. Well, Joseph fixed their whole empire and made it last and thrive and strive. So they built him a temple, and he was the first in Hotep. That's why that statue in Hotep has him on his knees like a scribe. I could go all into it, man. Everybody think they know what they talking about. You ain't never going to shortchange the Most High in this Bible. Everything you missing, here's records. You getting ready to go right back to it. And so Will Smith on high with all his power, that don't mean nothing to the Lord. You still need the Most High. Okay? You need the manual that the Lord gave, or you dysfunctional in the earth. And guess what? The earth is spinning. It ain't still. The earth is rotating, meaning it got a plan and a pattern, and it got things that the Lord want done. And guess what? It's all happening, including the Third World War, whether you on board with it or not. That don't matter. it's going to go down the way he said. Wait a minute, give me one more if I could. The one where he said, oh man, the one where he said, have not I said it? Is that the one I'm looking for? Similar to that, either have not I said it, or it's similar to that. I've said it in my own word. What did he say? Let me get it. Oh man, I ain't pulled the scripture in so long. You on to what I'm talking about or no? Let me see if you can get it. It's the one where he talked about. Oh man, it might be too far out for me to grab. I'll go back to it. But you get my
God
point.
is not a man that he should lie. Not that.
Not that one. Not unless the next line says something to the effect of. Go ahead. Tell me what it says.
It says, "Fear ye not, neither be afraid. Have not I told thee from that time?"
I'll take it. Read it out loud.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 8. "Fear ye not, neither be afraid. Have not I told thee from that time, and have declared it? Ye are even my witness. Is there a God beside me? Yea, there is no God, I know not any."
And listen, we the Most High's witness. Without us, who would know the great things the Most High has done? You know what I love about this Bible, especially in the Black and Latino community? They all want to get rid of this book as a white man book. They all want to act like this book is the one book that ain't got nothing to do with black people. Meanwhile, Christ around and said the stone that the builders rejected became the chief cornerstone. Don't nobody know how to rap like Christ. Christ is the best rapper in the world. He's the best rapper in the world. The stone that the builders rejected, I can imagine that in Hebrew, it's probably fly as hell. Became the chief, it's bad in English, so I can imagine it in Hebrew. Became the chief cornerstone. And that was the one they rejected. That's the baddest way of saying, nigga, you got played. That's the baddest way of saying some shit like that. You need this Bible, man. You need these scriptures. And you can't function without your parents, man. Raise a child, let a child get raised with no parents. They'll grow up a mess. That's you. That's your nation, your identity. Grew up with no parent, without the Most High. That's the one book you need the most. Go ahead, please.
Lamentations chapter 3 and verse 37. "Who is he that saith, and it cometh to pass, when the Lord commandeth it not?"
Right. Who's going to bring something forth and the Lord didn't command? That's on it. Is there more to that?
"Out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not evil and good."
Okay, that's on it, but I got to go back and get it. No. Give me one more. Hit me. That might be it.
"Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Come on.
Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it?"
Okay, that was on it. That's still a good one. It's 1,000 good.
Yeah.
It ain't the one I'm looking for, but they still make the point. You trying to do something without the one book is what you need. Scientology, we was up in New York. Big shout out to Captain Tazariak, man, slaying them in that debate. Came up against Malik Shabazz, made lunch meat out of that whole thing. It was a beautiful debate, man. I was glad to get out and get up there, man. I had a wonderful time, man. I know the brothers did and the sisters did. Tazariak slayed him in there, man, which was amazing. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something on it pertaining. Sarnetta asked me afterwards. And I'm going to, Lord allow, I'm going to take a minute to give him a quick interview about this. Because he said, General Yana, how do y'all build this brotherhood? How do you do this thing? He said, give us some understanding of it. And I was very humble of it. You know, Sarnetta been a conscious community man for a very long time. Before that, a Muslim. So I was very humble of him to turn around and say to the Hebrews, I may not agree with what you believe in, but I cannot deny the fact that the Lord has put the brotherhood in you that we don't have. That was humble of him, man. So big shout out to Sarnetta for coming out with that. You know what I mean? But once again, with all these religions and gods they running with, the one thing they keep missing is the one book that everybody act like is not the book. You missing the point. Our brotherhood comes from doing exactly what the Lord said in them scriptures. That's what it comes from. You understand? We ain't no different a man than anybody else, but we got the truth. And the truth gives us the strength to resist the forces of Satan, the strength to resist the demons that would have you turn against your own brothers. Resist the forces that make you make bad decisions. You understand? It gives us the education that we need. And here's why you don't understand it yet and have not believed in it yet. And this is a sad, sad reason. But the real reason you haven't woken up to it yet is because too many prostitutes have taken the book and used it in a wrong way. I'm talking about your church. Like, if not for the church, we would have long examined that book. We would have long realized it came from the Middle East. We would have long realized that it was another black book. We would have examined it and saw that it was wiser than any black book we ever dug up in Africa. And we would have said, you know what? This is the record we should be following. And we would have followed this record, and guess what? We would have all had the brotherhood. That's right. But we will get it because of the Most High's mercy on us. He's going to bring us in one body. And it's going to be glorious. Like the scripture said, it's going to make everybody, it's going to make every nation fear us. Because all roads lead back to the Most High. All roads lead to the Most High power. Every last one. What else you got? Y'all jump in. You know I'm going to run. I ain't going to turn off till you say something. Come on with it. Was that it on that? Good scripture out the water, too. Let's get it in. Go ahead, Marah. Yes. Go ahead and do it. Let me know when we're off.
Pandemic has now claimed 5 million lives.
Nearly 2 years after the first outbreak in the Chinese city of
Wuhan, COVID-19 remains a
leading cause of death around the world.
After the U.S. warned all day of a full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine, that it was...
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know we're going to take a quick commercial break, retool up, man. Big shout out to Officer Marah, brought us in some new cameras, got us crack-a-lacking in the game. He going to tune it in. We'll be back in a couple seconds, man. See y'all in a second.
Imminent. Vladimir Putin has just addressed the Russian people moments ago, announcing what Putin called the start of a military special operation, in his words, to demilitarize Ukraine.
Russia overnight launched its long-anticipated attack on Ukraine, striking military posts across the country. An unprovoked war in Europe is now underway.
Leo.
Let me tell you something, black man. I wish, I implore you, I beg you, brother, to open up the Bible, turn the music off, tell your woman go in the other room, and just open up the Bible and start checking it out. Write down these scriptures we talk. I don't care what religion you're in. I don't care what you believe in. Examine this for yourself, man. I did not understand life until I opened this book.
Like, why is Hebrew Academy so important to you, and why is it so important for you to graduate this generation?
Because I got a duty to my people, to my family. It's so important for me to do this, because if I fail, then my whole family fails. So I can help my people. I want to care about my brothers and sisters. All these other nations keep oppressing us. I want to make this change with my brothers. It's important for you to graduate Hebrew Academy.
It's important for me to graduate Hebrew Academy so my brothers can see the strength that can pull them out from the hell, the condition that they're in. Man, it's important for me to graduate Hebrew Academy to protect my brothers and sisters, man, and stand strong for my nation. Okay. Why you think it's important for you to go to trials and graduate Hebrew Academy? So I can be a real nigga. Real nigga, huh? Come on, sir. Mikey, why you think you should go to trials and graduate Academy? We follow the men above us, sir. Yep. Come on. You built for this. Ready for war.
Yeah, back in the game. Doing it up. The water for hanging with us during the break. Where we going next, you die?
Churches played an active role in slavery and segregation. Some want to make amends.
You got to say that again.
Khan, sir. Churches played an active role in slavery and segregation. Some want to make amends.
Churches played an active role. Give me some more of this story, brother.
Khan. Some churches across denominations are acknowledging that their wealth was often built off of enslaved labor.
Damn. Across denomination. And let me tell you something, they still making that money off it. I'm going to let you read the story, but real quick. Tons of these black churches are financed by white churches, white mega churches, which means they still getting black money. meaning black people giving their tithes to that dumb preacher. That dumb preacher go get a big church and he get it financed through the white churches who know that's good long money because they've been making it since slavery. Ridiculous, man. It is ridiculous. Go ahead.
Not only was slavery,
and if I could, sorry, that's what this story that Yediah is reading right now is further proof that critical race theory is true. Here's a perfect example of critical race theory. Which states that all institutions in America are inherently racist at their core based on their history in this country. And white people mad like, you want to tear down everything. You want to tear down everything. You in everything with your white supremacy. And that's what he's reading right now. Imagine that. The place you would least expect to find it, or at least you should expect to find it, is inside the church system. And there it is, full-fledged. Go ahead, please.
Not only was slavery deeply embedded in the life and economy of colonial New York, but Episcopal churches across the state often participated in it.
New York, not the South, New York. They participated in it. Go ahead.
Church founders, church goers, and even churches themselves had enslaved people.
Damn. They in there on Sunday. Jesus, save me, Jesus. Negroes chained up in the damn basement. They singing to God. Woo. When the Lord come back for them. When he come back for them, brother. You think Ukraine bad? Better get ready. Go ahead. I done said it 1,000 times. Don't nobody kill more than the Most High. He is the king killer on the earth. When he get to killing, you think the world is over. When he burned up Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot's 2 daughters said the world is over. Because when he get to killing, that's what you believe. You believe the world is over. Go ahead.
The abolitionist Sojourner Truth had once been enslaved by a church and the DOCC.
Damn. All that Sojourner Truth. Sojourner Truth churches then locked her the hell up. The churches need to pay reparation. You making that sodomite in that church rich. The church need to be paying reparations to black people. And once again, thank the Lord for the I.S.U.P.K. because we're the only ones. We're the only ones that came out against the churches and said the churches were wrong. Black people nearly crucified us. You nearly put us on the cross like Christ for saying these churches were wrong when we were right. Come on, give me some more.
The Diocese of New York played a significant and genuinely evil part in American slavery.
Damn. Bro, I like this article. Diocese of New York. You wonder how Wall Street got rich. Them so-called Jews got rich. You think they was trading and everything across the world and was acting like, well, we can't trade in slaves. The systems that have institutionalized us in slavery still exist and run today. They just sophisticate how they doing it. Instead of having slaves out in the field while they going to church on Sunday, they'll just finance a black church and make their money off of the interest. It's easier, it's cleaner, no repercussions. They still get rich off of you. You still stay dumb with some singing and dancing preacher that got to pickpocket you for every dollar so he can pay the mortgage on that church that he got from his white church who got it because they made money off of enslaving your people. Talk about triple pimping. That's a triple pimp, my guy.
One
That ain't a pimp or a pimp's pimp. That's a triple pimp. It's ridiculous, man. And you wonder why we speak on. There's so many things that are enslaving and destroying your life. And if for once, if a black man, a Latino man, or Native Indian man for once could say to himself, I'm not going to say it's my fault this time. You need that in your life. Everybody telling you that you got to take responsibility is your fault. And so you fall into the trap and you fall into that when it have nothing to do with you. This man has been doing this in so many ways. Now you wonder. Now let me wake you up on something. You wonder why we say that the white man is the devil and does what he does, right? When the scriptures said that the Egyptians said, let us deal wisely with them. That's what's happening to you every day. Right here in this empire, they doing stuff to you and you can't even see it because they so good with it. Who knew that your mama is getting pickpocketed every Sunday by some preacher that got a humongous mortgage because he got a church 6 times the size it needs to be sitting in the middle of the hood. And it don't never get dirty. It don't never have trash outside. The grass ain't never overgrown. Why? Because he got to get every dime to pay for it. And you think you just serving God when they done dealt wisely with you and they robbing your mama and your mama is being robbed by that preacher pimped by some white church. We reading it right now. I didn't know we didn't have to go far. We didn't have to go far to find a perfect example of critical race theory. We didn't have to go far. It's happening right there in front of our eyes. Damn that. Come on. And that's why you can't listen to no woman, man, like Will Smith. You cannot listen. I know you love your woman and you want to make her equal with you. But God said you to be the head. God says she's to be the helpmate. The Lord said it. You must assume that responsibility regardless of how you feel. Because if you do not, you are falling into this entire evil system that is against God and your own people, and you'll never fix what has to be fixed. Will Smith worth $350 million from West Philly and cannot do a damn thing to help black people. I'm going to be a vessel for black people, and then slap the shit out of Chris Rock. I don't even get it. That don't make no sense. Come on, man. That was it on that? Y'all gonna get in? Y'all gonna let me go? Y'all gonna let me talk the whole time, huh? No problem. I'll roll another hour. Hell, come on.
Bodies of executed people strewn across the street in Bucha as Ukraine accuses Russia of war crimes.
I saw some of that footage too. That was, woof, it was bodies everywhere, man. Bodies all over the streets. The only question, of course, is it real? Okay. That's, of course, the question because of both sides pushing propaganda. I tell you what is real. What is real is that they going into the Third World War. That's is real. That you can count on. You can invest your stocks on that. They going to full-fledged war. Go ahead, Op.
Conor McCon. The lifeless bodies of at least 20 civilian men line a single street in the town of Bucha near the Ukrainian capital. Some lie face down on the pavement while others are collapsed on their backs. Mouths open in a tragic testament to the horrors of Russian occupation. The hands of one man are tied behind his back with a piece of white cloth. Another man's lies alone, tangled up in a bicycle by a grassy bank. A third man lies in the middle of the road near the charred remains of a burnt-out car.
Good.
The shocking images of the carnage and Bucha were captured
Yeah.
by Agence France Presse on Saturday.
Is it something you have to do? Is that big?
Yeah, the lag is bigger than I think.
Okay, no sweat. All right, we got to take another break, y'all. Give us a second. We'll be back in a hot one. We're out working it out.
You know we are.
Pretty bad, Morale? Work it out.
Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. And I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. Now been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. Behind me say I cup full. No room for emotion. So I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, they drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head, and I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter, the lies are sweet. Tried everything, I guess me and Johanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring their bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time, this Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check, 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Should call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I walk that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. That's right. Bring that hot flame, you bitch. Ain't loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I walk that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. You devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame, you bitch. Ain't loyal to the king. We bout to bombard they whole operation. Certified priest, prophesying this my occupation. This shit outrageous, they done made the truth docile. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. It's U.P.K. style, can't stop now. Far this warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise, and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with this shit, about to make it hot, call it compel. This for my niggas, put the guns in the drums there. Dwelling in peace till the Lord called for the blood. Hey, try to decide my death and got beside yourself. Swore drawn for what you perform. How you gon' hide yourself? Devil got to die for his lies and his visions. Ain't got no love for the crackers. Nah, just cruel intentions. And then my father's house is spinning mansions. I got plenty bitches. For the Avengers, this your death sentence. I'm talking about slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go in and fill the world with lies. And die for your skin. You gon' die for your crime. That's why I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils that the end is still. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah. Now they shook from vicious words out this handed book. About to take these rappers back to school. My flow sand and hook. They crossed the line, ain't no coming back. U.P.K. no cowards. The only thing sweet is the honey check. Righteous is the Lord. Give me rest from my sorrow. And hand down death for them devils. There's no tomorrow. Why? Cause they violence leave a man a stiff corpse. You see a flag in the bench, I see horns in a pitchfork. Go ahead. So please believe it. The white man is a demon. And I ain't gon' vote for them to free me. No. They beat us till we the color purple. That's why they snipe till they broke like ceiling. You got this nigga on his knees. They wanna have peace. We screaming, let this bitch burn at 1,000 degrees. I'm laying in the bosom of revenge. I told her I'd do anything she pleased as I squeeze on the double D's. Fuck you, man. I'm talking to you. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go in and fill the world with lies. And die for your skin. You gon' die for your crime. That's why I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils that the end is still. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah.
The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit because they got me handcuffed. I can't believe they just did this. I'm fucking back!
Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go in and fill the world with lies. And die for your skin. You gon' die for your crime. That's why I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils that the end is still. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that U.P.K. banner, is my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
It's all about that warfare, boy. Give grip, back up, give grip, back up, give grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip, 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 take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip, take grip, take grip. Now this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will is true. Nigga, cool as y'all. Go to grab, 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 go to grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Get grab, get grab, get grab, back up, get grab, get grab, get grab, back up, get grab, get grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grab, 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 take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down. Take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay daily. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that means you could never prevail. Hey, with a true sin, hey, with warriors dwell. Be wise with the weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know 2 things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my aunt gon' meet the doc. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die so you can miss me with that love talk. My U.P.K soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that means? Fall on his age. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Lonely one west. Say what? Lonely one west. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to grab, 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 go to grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Get grab, get grab, get grab, back up, get grab, get grab, get grab, back up, get grab, get grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grab, 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 take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down. Take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends so we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nominee abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by like Apollos, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been this proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going them off Patron and premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. The war heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas spin like a tire, down the deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because U.P.K. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
Test 1, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call to be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had your life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success with me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas. Not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap. I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in the cup, back and forth to court. Found the DC school, I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and that's how really fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I.S.U.P.K until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail. Shit, I needed help. But Twan was locked up and the judge put man on the shelf. Had me crying cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie, pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then God, I hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a gangster. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger.
This for my people. This for my people. Yeah, this for my people. This for my people. This for my people. Yeah, this for my people. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man. They painted by the Spanish. Did a whole lot of damage. Shit was outlandish. Banks got branded. Split up all the families, then shipped across the Atlantic. So many died from the famine. Threw the dead bodies overboard, sharks ate them like salmon. I know you can't stand it. I spit the truth, goddammit. Big business got managed, dig it double back. Came to pick up all the blacks. Whips beat up our back, we never got to relax. Pretend to set us free, but then you double back without a crack. The type of game that you play, hey, to keep it real, I ain't going for it. Beat a couple court cases, had a warrant for it. Told my mama if I ever did time, I'ma raise up the whole yard. Had my lawyer like, oh Lord, district attorney added more charges. No problem, I ain't tripping, thumbing through the scriptures. Muhammad said the Lord with you, boy, that's a small issue. Bounce back out the rebound, UPK got the heat now. They done let me off the leash now, teaching in the streets now. A part of Lost Tribe South, but it started in the East now. Look for my people, this for my people. Yeah, this for my people, this for my people. This for my people, yeah, this for my people. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. For my people, this for my people. Yeah, this for my people, this for my people. This for my people, yeah, this for my people. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck.
Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. And I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. And I've been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. Behind me say our cup full. No room for emotion. So I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, they drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Well, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head, and I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing. Gotta execute me, cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she's so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter. The lies are sweet, tried everything. I guess me and Johanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring their bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time. This Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. She call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. That's right. Bring that hot flame, UPK, loyal to the No sweat. No sweat. No sweat. That's light work. No sweat. I got a bunch of soldiers I can go get. They think they doing something, they ain't no threat. And I ain't fell victim to you hoes yet. No sweat. No sweat. They try still be running through they whole set. They think they doing something, they ain't no threat. And I ain't fell victim to you hoes shit. I ain't top 40 or nothing, but I can do that. To make a single is no biggie, not even 2-pack. My tracks beat so hard, leave a nigga blue black. And when it flood, had them young bloods like how you do that. I'm old school, straight out the city like I'm a new jack. And I was raised in these streets, now where was you at? See, I'm the type of boss that walk in like where the loot. No sweat. No sweat. No sweat.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Been out of these streets. Nigga trying to eat while the police own family stealing from me. I'm on the told me to pray, but white Jesus can't save me. Get him away from me. I don't know what to say. So many niggas hating me. Get him away from me.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my cone. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my cone. Trying to keep it on the true side, nigga. Laying low to play it cool now, nigga. Ass niggas on the team, I've been known to get the green ever since I was 2-5, nigga. Coop hanging out the roof, nah, nigga. Cause I ain't stunting on them. Put my whole team on so they ain't wantin'. When niggas doing bad, you know that they be hating on you. Get the hoping that you fall, they be waiting on it. Bullshit get bread from the envy. Best friends get to looking like enemies. When you got it in this bank account empty. Perfect recipe to brittle out of jealousy. Looking from a bird's eye view. Learn from everything I've been through. Told my baby girl, if you ain't spending life with the nigga, never let him put a dick up in you. Cause if a nigga wrong, I'ma check that shit. If we get paper long, never flex that shit. Told my son, when you getting money, never took it to a bopper, flip it over, then invest that shit. Give a lot of game, trying to bless my kid. Gotta keep it real, that's the best shit. Got hitters up in Philly, back in Texas. When I get up on the track, yeah, I wreck shit.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my cone. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my cone.
Sharp.
Now
Wood.
I'm on the
Yes.
Everybody wants to be in my face.
New B. Jones. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. My whole bed was surrounded by these money house.
Oh yeah, because now you found it, right? Yeah, I'm on. Hey, we back, fam. We back, man. The water, y'all. Hey, big shout out to Marah again, man. Marah tuned us up with all brand new cameras up in here. As you can see, the lighting looks absolutely amazing. Also, General Muhammad's class was looking crispy as it could be downstairs. So again, big shout out to you, Marab, man, for doing such a great job. Marab been holding us down for a long time, man. He's the most consistent man on the planet. He's here every single time that we call him to come do this job. So does Yediah and I.S.U.P.K, man. Y'all be working as a really hell of a team, man. We appreciate y'all. And so with that being said, we just found in the intermission, we found somebody sent over the story about how Will and Jada's religion is in fact based in Scientology, correct? Once again, I didn't even have to know it to know that that was what it was because of their behavior. You know what I'm saying? They come in all kind of ways. Now, hopefully this story will give us, you know, what the name of this little strain is. You know what I'm saying? But it's some fake ass shit too. Come on with it.
Conor McCon, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's school was total Scientology, says former headmaster. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith have long denied allegations that they are members of the Church of Scientology. However, the high-profile Hollywood couple operated a private school that reportedly taught the controversial religion to students.
Meaning they had their own private Scientology wing, which means they dropped millions on that Scientology church. They dropped millions on it and set up their own little side church just to keep their privacy and probably to keep their money coming in. And who knows, God knows what they have the members in that private Scientology church doing. Could you imagine? If that's how she deals with Will, she's probably in here. They might be lifting her up like the Wizard of Oz. She probably got a throne and everything up in there. You know what I'm saying? They own private side religion, man, of Scientology, which is, once again, Scientology is one of the evilest things in the world. They banned Scientology from Germany. They banned it. You can't even set up a Scientology spot in Germany. And the reason why, because it's basically psychological warfare. That's all it is. It's really probing into your mind and really putting you under heavy strains while having you confess all the things about your life. And then they just take control of your life and start doing everything in your life. And you start following them. And it's just a horrible, horrible psychological warfare organization. And that's why Germany said, hell no, y'all got to get this out of here. They banned them. They wouldn't even let them set up over there. It should be banned over here as well. They got their own private church. That's more proof that we should never be involved in any of these religions of the white man, man. That's right. Further proof. So that's it on that. Let's keep it moving. Tell them where we're going next.
Khan. U.S. commits $300 million in military hardware weapons to Ukraine.
Come on, Third World War. $300 million in weapons. And I heard today that they are they're finding tanks, Russian tanks in other countries and repurposing them for the Ukrainians. So the Ukrainians are about to get tanks on the ground. Okay, they already giving them them old, I forget what them rockets are called, them shoulder rockets that the U.S. makes. And so the war is a.
This morning, President Biden is pledging an additional $300 million in new military support for Ukraine. NBC's Leanne Caldwell is.
The U.S. promises top flight munitions, including laser-guided rockets, amid Ukraine's continued war against Russia.
Can I just say one thing on it? The longer this war goes on and they arm both sides, the more it's guaranteed to become the Third World War. The more they arm up, this is going to be a lot of blood, a lot of wealth, a whole lot of this. The Cold War is back. They almost went to war the first time by putting them nukes in Cuba. Remember, they were putting nukes in Cuba because both sides were arming themselves to the teeth. That's what led to the Cuban Missile Crisis. And that's what you're seeing going on now. Now, after a while, as it goes on and on, Russia's going to start saying to themselves, we need to arm, get me Ezekiel 38, we need to arm our allies, because the war is spreading and getting worse. They want Putin to be dragged down into the quagmire in Ukraine because they think that'll just wear him down and they can make whatever move they want. But him, like the United States, they got deep pockets and deep weapons, and it is why the Lord called for both of them. The Lord is making the United States and Russia. That's the two, even though you got the other countries involved, that's the two countries battling right now. And the Lord is the one making it happen. Where are we going at in it? Y'all got it? Y'all want to jump in? Y'all want to chime in? Y'all chime in any second.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, and verse 1.
Let's do it.
And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
Let me tell you something. Gog and Magog, Russia, and all of those different Eastern Bloc countries, including Ukraine. Okay? Including Ukraine. Okay? Them countries are now locked in. The Lord said, what did he say? Prophesy? And when the Lord say prophesy, he's telling prophets, say what I said is going to happen. And that's what Ezekiel did. He said what the Lord said is about to happen. And guess what? It's happening. Just like he said, just like he told Ezekiel, tell him this is going to happen. That's what the hell happened. And every part of that region is getting ready to get sucked in. Oh, make no mistake. They all going in there. You was going to say something, please?
How America's so good with their propaganda. They still pushing like they're not in the war. We can't do a no-fly zone because we don't want to get into war. We don't want to get into war. Putin has said we in war with America too. You know what I'm saying? Because hell, you know what I mean? You can't give my enemy weapons to kill me. You know what I mean? And call yourself not my enemy. You know what I'm saying? So they in the war. Like the general said, it only gets hotter from here.
Yeah,
you know
it only gets hotter. Like somebody, like Zelensky gonna have to give up the country or something to make him back on it. He gonna have to turn on the U.S., which they flooding them weapons in there so he don't fold, which means it's going to get heated and heated and heated. And do you think all those weapons are going where they say they're supposed to be going? Ain't none falling off the truck. Ain't none falling off the ship. Ain't none, you know what I'm saying? Ain't none going, you know, where it ain't supposed to go. I bet you some of them went to Ohio, Arkansas, Texas, Chicago. You understand? The Bronx. There's a Negro right now with them J-Dam bombs sitting right now in the corner room telling his lady, don't go in the back room. That's where I got my stuff at. Meanwhile, the nigga got a closet full of them old surface to air goddamn rockets. I'll fuck them niggas. Excuse my friend. You get what I'm saying? That's what's going on. You know what I mean? Come on.
I heard a few days ago, I think it was a few days ago, I heard that Zelensky is actually punishing a lot of the Ukrainians because they Russian sympathizers.
Damn!
Because they down with Putin or something.
So he's stepping
to
Russia
back.
Yeah.
And I ain't sure if he's supposed to execute him, but it was some jailing them or something.
Yeah, you ain't gonna hear it on this side, but you gonna hear it on that other side. Like they sitting up there. Sorry to cut you off. No. They sitting up there with them green shirts, Zelensky, and them acting like we need help, send us missiles. They ain't just standing around drinking tea. They over there killing them damn Russians too. They spreading blood like the Russians are. So what you saying is dead on right. But you can't, the machine, the propaganda machine, that's hard to cut through. But it's going to cut through. It's going to come out. The Lord is bringing it. He's bringing it to them, you know, to their doorstep. And ain't nothing they can do about it. They got to fall in. That's why he said, prophesy onto them. Say to them what I said I'm going to do. And that's what he did. And that's what's happening. And they in it. And it's beautiful for us. Your life is going to change so much in so many ways, you're not going to believe it. There are going to be some changes that's going to frighten us to death. Economic changes. Community changes. You know what I mean? The rules of the way we deal with each other changes. Much, much more diseases and issues going to come up. But at the same time, much, much more freedom of mind is going to come up. The fact that sister earlier joined that HBCU is further proof that even though stuff going to the left on one side, on the other side, we waking up and coming to the right. And Lord knows there's so many records that haven't even come out yet. Tons and tons of records. You got more? Give me a little bit more, then I got to go to Zechariah 14. Y'all jump in there.
And prophesy against him. Verse 3. And say, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against thee, O Gog.
Right. He's against them Ukrainians. And he's against Russia. Go ahead.
Wakan, sir. The chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
Right. Now, we could go into, I don't know if you want to go all into which one, each one. Maybe we'll do it on another time in another class. We'll go into who everybody is. I know somebody been asking about that. They sent me an email on it. We'll go into it. Give us a second. We'll go into it. You know what I mean? Go ahead. You got me all the way.
Wakan.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thy army.
Right. He said he's going to put hooks in their jaws. Like you fish a big fish. When you hit a big fish out in that ocean like a tuna, once the hook is in the fish, the first instinct is for the fish to take off in the other direction. That's why your reels start going. Because the fish start taking off. You drop that lock on that reel, boom, spins his head around. And that's when you grind him in. You bring him on back in. Well, that's what the Lord then did to Russia. Russia was on its way to becoming a democracy. All the Eastern Bloc countries around them had already become a democracy. Ukraine was the last holdout. And since they couldn't convince Ukraine to turn, they just orchestrated a coup and had them overthrow the government. Because they ran out of patience with them. And that caused the Lord to make Russia turn around and say, nah, damn this democracy stuff. Damn working with them. Damn trying to bring peace with them. Let's turn back the other way. And he done went back, and they got the right guy. That's an old school KGB. You see how he walk, right? Walk like a killer. He the right man for the job. That's the Edomite you hire. You know, man. The Lord turned him around. And the whole empire ran. And now their empire is coming up against their own brothers, the Americans. And they locked in to the battle. Can I do, y'all was going to say something? No, please. Can we do Zechariah? They saving all this for the Passover. I know what's going on. They're going to let me spend all my energy, right? 2 weeks, they lay back. No, I know y'all working hard with them garments and family, packing, organizing. There's a lot going on. You know what I mean? Right. So we're going to get it in. Go ahead. 14 chapters, start at 12. I really like to go above it, but I don't want to be greedy on it. Try me at 10. Tell me where I'm at 10.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 10. All the land shall be turned as a plain from Geba to Ramah, south of Jerusalem, and it shall be lifted up and inhabited in her place, from Benjamin's gate unto the gate, unto the place of the first gate.
That's what is happening now. All that land is inhabited by heathens right now. And here's what's coming next. Come on.
Wakan, unto the corner gate, and from the tower of Hanil, unto the king's wine presses.
Meaning they're going to have everything. They over there living the life like they us. They walking around living the life like it's us. Go ahead.
Wakan, sir. And men shall dwell in it, and there shall be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited.
Go ahead.
Verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
So when we back in our land and all these heathen are out, here come the plague. Here's the plague which the Lord gonna bring on them. What a plague it is. We watching it unfold. Them bodies in that street, the Lord said that them bodies would be in that street in Joel, the 3rd chapter. And it's happening before our eyes. Right. And listen, and the preachers can't. That's what's beautiful about this. The Lord shut them churches down with the coronavirus. Now that they're trying to come back, they in a jam up because everybody knows from the Israelite school of U.P.K. that we prophesied this Russian war to return. So now the preachers got a problem. Because the people are asking, well, is this a biblical prophecy? Is this the Gog and Magog the Israelites keep shouting about on the street? And there ain't nothing the preacher could do but say, yeah. What else can he say? But yes, that's exactly what it is. And so now questions are going to be asked. Now you ain't going to be able to just sing and dance and act a fool like they doing. Now these people are going to ask questions. What is really in this book? What is this book really talking about? And that's a beautiful day for the prophets of the Lord, because the joy in their hearts for the words of God that they speak are now, they're going to have the beautiful opportunity to spread it to all the 12 tribes of Israel. And it's going to be glorious in the Most High's sight and glorious in the sight of those men and women, like Christ said, that stood so staunchly for the Lord. Get that next for me if you could. Give me a little bit more on this, y'all. I'm running. Y'all kick me off the. You want to move on? Y'all want
on the next story?
On to the next story?
I would probably recommend it.
Okay. We do the rest another time, man. We'll go all into them other ones. All right. You want to finish that last one, or you was there? Yeah, let's finish this last one. All right. Let's just get the nuclear war. In case, listen, you heard it here first. Nobody else has taught you about nuclear war in the Bible except us. Not T.D. Jakes, Creflo, and none of them old clowns you got sitting up there like men of God. Nuclear war is not in the Quran. It's not in any other book, but it is in the Bible. We're reading it for you now. Tell them where you at.
Kana Wakan, sir. The book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 12 in the middle. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
This nuclear war. We watching the footage right now. Go ahead.
Kana Wakan. And their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
Come on.
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Like, these are the people that fought against Jerusalem. Over the thousands of years that these empires have ruled, they're all going to be punished for what they've done to God's chosen people. Like, you don't understand what it means to be one of the chosen of the Lord. That's a whole nother level. Okay? The Lord said in the scriptures, the nations are as a drop of the bucket to him. Right. And then he came back and said Israel was his pleasant plant. And so many other things. So that's it. I'm off of it. Let's go ahead. Let's squeeze in one or two more. If we could, y'all. To what?
A new wave of COVID-19 is coming.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Here's how to prepare. The next wave of COVID-19 is coming in some parts of the United States, and it's already here. The culprit this time is BA.2, a subvariant of the highly infectious Omicron variant.
So they got a variant of another variant. Man, this is a plague. God. This ain't a disease. This is a plague. They got a variant of another variant and saying that it's highly contagious. Man, they don't know what could come out of these variants, man. I mean, the Lord could bring something out that is, woof. Like right now, white people should be on their knees repenting and doing everything they can for blacks and Latinos. Right now, America, if it had any good sense, if you had any good sense, you would be repenting for putting those Mexican babies in cages. Right. You would be on your knees with humility. And the Lord loves a carnal, proud look just to bring it down. He said 6 things he hates, 7 is an abomination. And one of them is a proud look. And that's this empire. You put people's babies in cages and act like you've done nothing wrong. Act like you are not worthy of being punished by the Lord. Let alone that you have duplicated what ancient Egypt did 4,000 years ago in enslaving the Lord's chosen people. How arrogant can you be? You should be repenting right now. Give me some more. Oh, I don't piss your dad off. Your dad put the book down before reading. He said, well, guess he'll be back in 20 more minutes. I'm with you, dog. I go off on a tangent once in a while.
Hell no.
Yeah. Once in a
might-
while, I have a show where I go off.
Why not?
Damn right. You know what I mean?
I'm about to say one thing, sir, if I
Please
could.
jump in.
And this is something that always escapes me at times like this, right? And that now everyone that goes to church, who danced and they sung about good days and how everything was going to be all right and how God was going to grant every wish they had if they simply would claim it in the name of Jesus.
Yes.
And now there is war all throughout the planet, and America is on the brink of the third world's war with Russia. At times like this, I always wonder, why don't they come and tell us that we were right?
Right.
We were right.
Yeah.
While you danced and you called and you said, get a job and get off of that street corner. And we prophesied death and destruction. We prophesied the exact doom that you're living in right now. We said it was going to happen, and you built a choir. You sung and you danced and drove by us and walked by us and thought we were just crazy because we said death and destruction is coming.
Right.
We told you a plague was coming. We told you that the Most High was going to release the plagues upon this planet. You thought we were crazy, and you went and bought a tambourine and sung. And now that everything that we said is here, where in the hell is your gratitude? Why don't you say thank you? You white people out there, we told you what your governments were doing. Why don't you do everything you can do to support the UPK and empty your bank accounts and give us every penny of your money, seeing that we're the only leaders that warned you of the path that your race had you on?
Yes.
Let me tell you something else you said, sir. You spoke out against evil black women abusing men. Damn. Oh, did that not happen?
That happened.
That's all over the internet.
We did it.
The fake Israelite groups hated us because we said black women, some black women are abusive with their words and they're abusing black men, and black men should rule their women and not be ruled by their women. And the fake Israelites used our videos of it to recruit women into their organizations. Use videos of us calling a woman a bitch, or if you saying shut your damn mouth, and gain membership.
Yeah.
Because we hate women.
Joy Morgan went and came in there because of that.
Joy Morgan joined them because
Thinking
we're
it was the right thing.
Because we're the group that hates women.
Yeah.
Now, every day on TV, everybody is seeing exactly what you said. It's in front of you now. A black woman, and she's even bald.
Good night.
She's even bald.
Good night.
Which is exactly what we taught about women. Baldness. Everything we have ever said happened. Now, you don't know. Guess what else we were right about? If I could, sir, we said that segregation was wrong. It was a mistake. They hated us. They hated us. Now there's news stories praising people for segregating.
Right.
Praising a girl for not going to a white school and going to a black school. Apps that Gen.YAHANNA talked about so you can support black businesses. So now supporting black business is great and everyone should do it. We said that integration was a mistake. You called us a hate group, put us in the hate group magazine.
That's right.
Put us right in that magazine, called us, put us in there with the Ku Klux Klan. Yep. Because we said you should support black people, you should support black businesses, and integration was wrong. Now everybody agrees that integration was wrong, and they're running out of white schools to go to black schools and finding apps to support black businesses. Why don't any of you come and say we were right? Because let me tell you something else. If you don't admit that Commander General Yohanna and the UPK was right, here's the sad, sad truth of this. You're going to do it again. And that's human nature. If you don't say, yo, you brothers were right about everything, you prophesied the Third World War, you prophesied the great plagues of the COVID-19, you prophesied that evil women go bald and that evil women control men, and you were right. And if you don't do that, you're going to make the mistake again. And time is running out. Salaki, sir.
You right. Go ahead.
If I can piggyback off of
jump
it.
On in.
Also, he prophesied how evil women would be to these kids, man. And we need black men in these black houses to save these kids. There's a story recently, a few days ago, where two brothers, man, had to take this woman's toddler from her because she trying to throw him in front of the truck.
I saw that
Throw him
story.
in front of a damn truck. They had to take him and get rescued.
She out there on the road
God,
trying
God.
to throw him in front of the truck. They had to jump out like Superman.
Oh,
and go, and one of them grabbed her, the other one ripped the kid from her. But she was not gonna let the kid go. She was gonna kill this kid. And one of the cats held her, the other one ripped the kid from her, man.
God.
And then called the cops. They locked her up.
And all of those people that was talking about how we speak about women.
Yes.
I mean, it was coming out the walls. Edomite white reporters would ask you about it.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard your group hates women.
Right.
I've heard you speak about women. Now we got to explain what we're saying about these women who abuse men and who belittle black men and destroy households. Now everyone sees it in front of their face. Not a word. Where the fake Israelite group saying, well, you brothers are right about women. Where the Christians saying you brothers were right about women. The Muslim, the conscious community. Oh, they used it in the conscious community. That old conscious community. All they could talk about is how we hated women.
And how a woman is a god.
And Jesus Christ. And how a woman is a god. Now, where you coming to us to say, I apologize. God. I see in Jada Pinkett you were right. I see in the Ukraine you were right. I see with the COVID-19 virus you were right. None of them say it. And guess what? Even though you see it, if you don't acknowledge the prophets of God, you are going to make the same mistake again. Christ said this. Christ said that ye shall not see a man of God until you say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Until you acknowledge where you heard it, you ain't getting it. And nobody wants to do that. And like, it's fun to say that Jada Pinkett, these black women are abusing these men. No. We told you that. And you said that we were hateful.
And we were saying it before it was even a term, black women abusing black men. That wasn't even a term out when we were saying it back in the day. And for all the, I didn't mean cut you off, but all the conscious community, for all you conscious community that think the black woman is God, make your way down to Jada Pinkett's Scientology church and let her be your God.
Yeah.
She got the temple and everything for you. Go on down there and get on board. Salakia.
I'm just wondering why they don't come and say sorry. That's just gracious, man. That's just politeness.
Right.
Why don't you just say, well, I see you were right about women. Right. I see you were right about the Third World War. What the hell? And if you don't do it, then the information that you're getting is never going to help you because you won't acknowledge where you got it from.
Not to mention, if I could add to you, please. Not to mention all the switchblades, bottles, cursing out, water thrown on. What about all of that? All you black women that got out there and acted like you was being gang raped when we were trying to straighten your dumb ass out. Why you don't come back and say, you know what, I went off on you brothers, man. I'm so sorry. I was wrong. I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. Why you ain't do that? And listen, I'll settle for the sisters who saw us out there and knew what we were doing was right. I'll settle for you coming back at least and saying, you know what? I knew y'all was right. I said it back then. I'll settle for that. You understand? Where's all that at? The Lord gonna make you choke on it if you don't accept it.
You better.
The Lord said, give me the thou shalt drink the dregs of the cup. Give me that right quick.
Can I say one more thing,
please?
Sir? And when are everyone weighs in on the Will Smith and the Third World War? I can't recall ever hearing a Christian or a member of the conscious community even say what their opinion is of Will Smith and the Jada Pinkett.
Damn.
I'm trying to rack my brain. Comedians are talking about it like crazy.
Right.
Regular people making TikTok videos. But do the preachers think Will Smith was right or wrong? I wonder. And I sure wonder, does the conscious community, whose side are they on? I would like to see all of these people who historically think that a woman can't do anything wrong. I wonder, because I have not heard it. Now, if you heard it, tell me. But I haven't heard Creflo say, anything, or some preacher and forget about the Third World War. A preacher acts like that ain't even happening. A preacher acts like there is no war in the Ukraine and it just don't exist. Right. And I wonder what any of them have to say about it. Maybe you should go ask them. You hounded us forever, asking us about things we said. You watch every damn video and run it back to hear every word we said about a woman, every word we said that you can call racist.
Wait a minute, Muhammad. Wait a minute. Where's the fake Israelites coming and apologizing also? Where they at? I got phone calls. I got old school phone call that I took only because I know you for 30 years and you cursed me out like a dog for talking to these women and damn near charged me with the work of Satan. Where's the damn you had it right all along? You hitting on something. See, mommy, you always catch that. You don't let that stuff escape.
If I could.
You come on.
There's a national discussion about women, about toxic femininity.
Damn.
About women abusing men. And no one is going to acknowledge who's been doing it and getting hated for it forever. You ain't going to bring that up? We in that damn magazine over this.
Right.
We're in that Southern Poverty Law magazine over this. We're a registered hate group because we said go to black schools, don't go to white schools, support black businesses. There's war and death coming, and there are women that abuse men. We in a hate group magazine over this. Right now. Now, go question them. Go ask the conscious community, do you support Jada Pinkett? Is she right? Right? Point. Do you support what do you think about the war in the Ukraine? Go ask them. You asked us for damn ever. Every interview with General Yohanna, you recall this.
Yeah.
All them reporters are in NBC, and they come. Well, your group is said to say this about women. Well, your group is said to say this, and you got to give an answer 100 times to some white reporter about you saying what everyone is saying now. What is a national discussion now?
So heavy. Good point. Good point. We over the time. So I want to tell everybody, please pay your tithes, support the truth. Go to ISUPK.com, press the tithes button, man. Pay your tithes, support this truth, keep us going like we're doing. Join us. April 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. That's the I hear they coming in from everywhere on this one. Like this one here, this might be epic, this one here. So join us them days. We'll be in Cocoa Beach, Florida, man. We're going to kick it live in the spirit of the Most High in Christ. The brothers that do the Sabbath service, I.S.U.P.K and them, Makabab, Captain I.S.U.P.K, Captain Makabab, they're going to let me come in and do the Sabbath service. Y'all don't let me fumble it up. I'm coming in there. Bring General GEN.YAHANNA with me so I don't mess the whole thing up. We're going to come in and do the whole Sabbath service ceremony, man. Y'all come in and join us. I mean, we're going to really show you some brotherhood and sisterhood. We're going to bring it together, man. And Tawada for all the crew, the heavy hitters in the building, all Moran, his whole squad, man. Tawada to all of y'all, man. We'll see y'all next time live. Hey, join us Wednesday night, 9 o'clock. We'll be back up here Wednesday night. I do a little 1 hour, 2 hour class Wednesday night, same time, 9 o'clock. Join us then. See y'all next time live on the UPK, y'all.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The week of Passover is packed with exciting events hosted by the I.S.U.P.K and Commanding General Yohanna. On Tuesday, a deep sea fishing trip with the generals. Arrival and boarding time at 7:30 a.m. The boat leaves at 8 a.m. sharp. Then on Wednesday, April 13th, join us for the annual lamb slaughter from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., making sure the children of Israel have fresh lamb for the Passover. Then, after that, the I.S.U.P.K is having a fish fry from 4 p.m. until, which will lead to the scripture breakdown class with General GEN.YAHANNA. Then, on Thursday morning, Hebrew Academy participants will see if they have what it takes to endure the Hebrew Academy trials. Commanding General Yohanna has something special lined up for the children with a children's party from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Come join Commanding General Yohanna on Cocoa Beach as we renew our oath unto the Lord.
Because he's supposed to understand the power of the Most High that will destroy him and will destroy him real soon. Real. That assuredly, knowing unto what oaths they had given credence, they might afterward be of good cheer. You hear that? They was of good cheer. Came along with the Lord as one. of Egyptians died. I know y'all don't like to talk about this, but you better put this war spirit back in you, Israel. You better get that spirit back in you, man. You better get that spirit of warfare back in you, because the Lord will put blood on the streets of America and around this world, brother.
Followed by a hotel ballroom, all black and Hebrew Academy dinner from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. And then on Friday, April 15th at 5 p.m., join us for the Lord's annual Passover as commanded in the scriptures at 5 p.m. sharp. On Saturday, April 16th, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's right, we're going to keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Commanding General Yahanna has it all lined up for you, Israel. Come keep the Lord's Passover. Shalom.
We may not be able to do the 4K with the 4 cameras. And you know what, too? I'm almost certain that